So what I was going to say was, I mean, basically, we're talking about data like it's individual, atomized little pieces. It's we're sort of thinking a deal at a time, a piece of real estate at a time, an equity at a time. But where we're headed over the next, say, 20, 30 years is building essentially a digital twin of the entire planet in more or less full fidelity. You fly a drone around a farm, it picks out every single cow, but it also picks out every single fly in every single cow. And that sort of model that we automatically evolve into a condition where we have a more or less perfect one-to-one digital twin. That's been pretty piecemeal so far because we haven't had robots and AI widely deployed. But, you've got something that looks kind of like Google Maps, but it's real-time updated from every robot that is in the area. And it becomes, a kind of slightly time-lagged digital copy of the reality. Then you imagine issuing tokens in an environment like that, issuing financial instruments in an environment like that. The entire sort of meaning and semantics of the data situation are changing. And, TradFi is, centuries old in its assumptions about how the world works. And, to me, the question is like, if you have all of these staggeringly new high-tech, high-fidelity data sources, how is that going to fit into the TradFi model? And I think the answer is it's not. We can barely get that stuff integrated into DeFi. Imagine how long it's going to be before TradFi accepts that, what did you guys do? Well, we kind of flew a couple of drones around the farm a couple of times and now we've got an AI-based real-time estimate of value. Boy howdy, like it's, you just need an environment that's far more tech forward to be able to use the technology to get efficient pricing of risk. And I think that, culturally, crypto is the only branch of finance that stands a chance of doing that. So I think that, again, we may be thinking about this in a way that is very here and now, but I think we are also at the point where there's this enormous wave coming in and we can see it coming. And if we could figure out how to use that to price deals more accurately, 5 years into that revolution, there just won't be a TradFi anymore because they won't be able to price risk accurately.